TANA Mongeau is airing it all out, and fans are right there backing her up with the information she spilled not only at her live show, but also on her recent podcast. From exposing Cody Co to her ex-manager Jordan and some other influencers, there's a lot that's come out and been said. To get straight into this Cody Co situation, this has been making headlines ever since TANA confirmed the age that she hooked up with him. It had been sort of known that the two of them had been together at one point, but she never really confirmed her age during the time. But as TANA was wrapping up her tour, she did confirm during a game that she was 17. At the show, her and her friends were getting into the hot seat answering questions, and one thing that was asked to TANA was who has she hooked up with that has the smallest D. And she said it was Cody Co, and then said that she can say that because she was 17.
Who's the smallest dick you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, did no one look at me, Cody Co. Delete the videos. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that. What? Sorry. Delete the videos. Oh my god, I wasn't here.
I'm like, we need to get like a Cody Co reacts video tonight.
No. I think it's the diarrhea. I'm just unfiltered right now.
Since the clip has made its way around, people have been really talking about this because if you do not know the age difference math, Cody Co would have been about 25 at this time that TANA was 17. Now, like I said, some people had speculated on this because TANA, in a previous canceled podcast episode, had said that she was 17 or 18 when she talked about hooking up with Cody. But now she was straight up saying it.
And that's not right. That's not correct. I know now. I was 17 at the time, 18. Like, that's not what you do. But at the time, it was just like, oh, you think I'm this and you're treating me and calling me all these names and treating me really horribly and, like, using me for a lot of money. And, like,
if you're going to say I'm cheating, okay, I'm going to cheat.
And it's like, if you're using me for mad money and making me buy hella shit for you and, like, you know, forcing me to fly out to you just to be, like, super emotionally and, like, psychotically abusive, like, shit, okay, bet. And so I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Co.
Don't.
Jesus.
And people have been disgusted by this all coming to light. The two of them have collabed in the past, and there's videos of them together from this time period, and it just makes it that much crazier to see them on camera hanging out knowing this was going on or at least happened once. He has yet to say anything about it, and I don't know if he actually will, but it is spreading around the internet and it's making headlines. News outlets are starting to cover it, and people have talked about that they didn't know this information and they're not going to watch Cody anymore and they don't support him after hearing this information. So this is a story that is getting picked up very quickly and a lot of people are weighing in on it. Now, as for the other people that she's exposed, in this same game, like this hot seat segment of her live show, a different tour stop, they were talking about people that they've mentioned on the podcast, and they were revealing the identity of one person that they talked about during a Halloween recap episode. In the episode, they talked about someone dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer and saying that this person is super, super innocent online, has a really clean image, but in reality, they are a party animal.
Their brand online is very clean. Like, you know what I mean? They're just, all their fans are like very young, and what they do is like, you know, their whole brand is very modest, very clean, like very whatever. Like they probably wouldn't even love to like be seen in some with me, right? Inside of Hollywood, like people who know this person know that they're like the exact opposite of their brand, like bad, like a lot of drugs, like a lot of like really dark, like I'll just always see them at like 9 a.m. at an after party, like doing crazy drugs. I've just seen them do some like really dark, right? But then like I'll see them sober and they're really nice. Like I don't think they're like a bad, I think they're a troubled, dark person a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of people know that, but people still love them, you know?
They also talked about how this person has dressed up as Jeffrey Dahmer every year, like 3 years in a row. And one time during a game of Never Have I Ever, it took a really creepy and eerie turn when he was asking the questions.
The weird thing about this person is every year they dress up as the same thing and not online. They're posting online dressed up as, you know what I mean, normal. And then every single year of Halloween week, I see them out dressed in the same costume as the same thing. Can I tell you what it is?
What is it?
Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't think anyone should dress as Jeffrey Dahmer more than once.
pushing it.
You really like Jeffrey Dahmer. Why? 3 times? Are you paying an homage? Like it, no one should dress as Jeffrey Dahmer more than one time. That's all I know to say.
Yeah.
No one should ever be like, imagine just every year someone's Ted Bundy. Imagine every year I was Charles Manson. We're playing Never Have I Ever in a circle of like 15 people. And this person was already saying like weird all night, like just very dark, weird, you know? And then everyone's playing this very innocent game of never have I ever done Molly. Me, that's like the most innocent thing ever. But like, never have I ever done Molly. Never have I ever skydive, never have I ever whatever. And every time it would get around to this person dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer, they would be like, never have I ever had thoughts about killing the person that I was in love with. Whoa. And then like it'd go all around again and it'd be like, never have I ever been cheated on, never have I ever done mushrooms, never have I ever graduated college. And then it would get back around to him and he'd go, never have I ever killed an animal.
And at her tour, it was confirmed that this person was Jack Wright, which a lot of people were surprised to hear.
Who was Jeffrey Dahmer in the Halloween costume story? Do you want to say it? Jack Wright.
Which, I mean, she was right when she said his image is a lot different than what she was describing here, because definitely creepy vibes, especially the costume and the questions that she was talking about that he was asking. Plus, I do think that he has a rather clean image and people aren't really imagining him going to parties till like 9 a.m. and doing crazy drugs, but you just never know. Now, this wasn't the last thing that Tana was exposing, as her podcast episode this week was revealing even more about people. It was Paige, Brooke, and Tana in the episode talking about a ton of stuff. Paige called out Tessa Brooks for an interaction that they had recently that didn't really go well.
Me and Trevi go to this event. We're slaying. It's me, Trevi, and Zoe Fish. So it's the 3 of us, and we're just in this venue walking around. We like get a drink or something. And this girl and her friend like walk up, and she doesn't say hi to me, but she goes up to Trevi, says hi to Trevi, goes up to Zoe, says hi. And we do this weird like little interaction where it's awkward because it's like, I don't know if we know each other, and it kind of feels like the same, I'm getting the same vibe from her. I usually just go, oh, nice to see you, just to be safe.
Yeah.
For the first time in forever, I finally go, oh, what's your name? I was like, I'm Paige. And she goes, yeah, I know, I've met you so many times. And I go, oh. And I said, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I feel like a bitch. I was like, what's your name? And she goes, I'm Tessa. And then I go, oh my God. I go, I'm so sorry. And she goes, yeah. And turns away. I swear, she kind of ate me up.
The competition shook.
Hard
Well,
tea.
maybe she felt that they weren't strangers, but still never acceptable.
No, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I love Tessa Brooks. Like sorry, that was giving like, she's never done anything to me.
No, she hasn't.
Hold on. No. Like, but she is like a,
Honestly, it's the most awkward thing in the world when either someone is not remembering that they've met you and says nice to meet you, or you're not remembering and you say nice to meet you. I mean, I think like the best thing to do is just like, oh, nice seeing you, because it could just be a very awkward situation. But dang, Tessa gave a spicy response. But I will say she will be remembered now, that is for sure. Now, later on in this same podcast, some information about Tana's former manager, Jordan, was brought up. They were talking about getting drunk in New York with him, and Brooke revealed that at one point in time, she had actually made out with Jordan, and people online were just shook over this information, feeling like something just was not right about this, given that he was Tana's manager, and it didn't sound right.
But I did black out in New York that one time and punched Jordan Rona in the face, so I lost like half my shit.
Could be worse. One time I blacked out and made out with him.
I want to leave that in because why did that happen?
I was into it at the time.
Could we insert the video of me punching Jordan Rona in the face?
You have a video?
Oh my God.
But a lot seems out of whack with that manager-client relationship, as they talked about how they would go out with him and party and all that stuff. And then they showed a video of Trevi punching Jordan at one point in time.
It's so funny looking back on it. Like, how can I just like ruin Jordan's night? You know what I mean?
Right.
And Trevi decided that in the middle of New York City, her bit for the night was going to be playing Frogger with the traffic, like running in between cars, like Crossy Road.
Oh,
You
no.
know? And so Jordan's just frantic. You know, this is his client, right? He's trying to get Trevi out of the street, out of the traffic. We're all screaming from the sidelines, but I'm low-key like, go get to the median, girl. Like, it's this whole thing, right? And in this video, you see Jordan Morona running into oncoming traffic to save Trevi, and Trevi roundhouse Mike Tyson's Jordan.
Jordan had a black eye, and I still stayed signed with him, and I still got signed, or we still both got paid for MTV that weekend.
So there's clearly been just a lot that has been revealed by Tana and friends recently, like a lot. So much to unpack here, truly. And I certainly want to know what you guys think about all that has been revealed, from what Tana had to say about Cody Co. Did you guys know about that situation, or are you hearing about it for the first time like some other people? Do you think that he's going to be addressing the situation? There's been a lot of people that have covered it. H3, Trisha's called him out. Now news outlets are talking about it. I also want to know what you guys think about the whole Jack Wright, Jeffrey Dahmer, and the creepy stuff at that Halloween party. Let me know your thoughts on that and everything else we talked about today. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.